Book boy, are you awake yet? I hope you're decent, 'cause I'll be coming in. Oh, you're actually awake? I thought you were sleeping this entire time. How could you leave me alone and stay in bed all day? This is our one free day from lessons. You even missed breakfast. Well, I was rather lonely without you. You know how I get. Plus, Basil and Boss kept piling mushrooms and tomatoes onto my plate. It was just awful. I had to eat them all. Fine. Just, if you're gonna be hiding away, just tell me at least. But seriously, the sun's nearly touching the Blessed Isles by now. What were you doing hiding away in here? Oh, isn't that the book you picked up the other day from the library? What's this one on? I didn't get a chance to ask you about it before. More on the Imperial family? That must be your favorite subject. No wonder you get along with Mr. Maxim so well. He absolutely adores that subject. Any juicy stories in this one? I remember in the last book there was that crazy story on the first king of Manium. Oh, that does remind me though. I heard a rather interesting rumor from Serenity the other day. You want to hear it? I knew you liked gossip too. Well, Prince Consort Outer of Ladle has mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, he got sent off to the Targathon Gorge a few months ago. Huh? Yeah, maybe a couple of months after you came to our home. Maybe. Anyhow. Apparently, Princess Cyrene paid him a visit, and from what I hear, they were fighting over their children. Their children have been sent to Prince Outer's home in Ladle, after Princess Cyrene practically abandoned them. But all of a sudden, Princess Cyrene wants them in the Imperial Palace again? But anyway, after her visit, poof! Gone! Nowhere to be seen. Some people have said that he ran away, but that doesn't seem right to me. Father was a mentor to him, so I've met him a couple of times. He was always a shining example of what a knight should be. He had been training since he was very young and quickly became one of the most powerful knights of the land. I know the Imperial household is a bit much to be a part of, but I don't think he would abandon his station, nor his family all of a sudden. It's rather suspicious to me. I wouldn't put it past Princess Cyrene to have done something. But that's just a theory. But anyway, mind if I take a quick look at your book? Scoot over then. Alright. Oh. This is about Manium himself? Okay. Let's see. What is this chapter about then? Oh, okay. Alright, so this is after the fall of Morena then. Okay, I see. No, I'm not bored at all. I'm just thinking about something. Well, my sister Aya, she has quite the opinion on the gods. She has quite the distaste for, well, Manium and his rule over the living, and how he's played a part in the creation of the undead. I'm not quite sure I like him either, but it's a good thing he's not the patron god of our land. Even if I move to the capital one day, I will not be under Manium's dominion. Like Elaysia, my only goal is to protect the living, not conquer them. Though I'm surprised the Emperor hasn't had a sudden revelation from Manium to capture more of Claris and Atticus yet. It sure does seem like Targathon has already. That god simply loves chaos, if nothing else. But whatever. It sort of makes me feel a bit ill when I speak of them. Mm, Ea's told me a number of unsettling things, to be sure. Anyway, it's too nice of a day to speak of things like that. I totally get why you've been here all day, though. It seems like quite the interesting read, even if I don't really like reading myself. Plus, your bed is extra comfy, much comfier than my own. I could honestly just fall asleep here. Maybe a nap wouldn't be too terrible. No, I can't be taking a nap now. Maybe later, but I had plans. We had plans. Huh? Don't you remember? No, you disappoint me. I thought I made it clear. I even told you yesterday evening. Fine. I'll excuse your memory for this moment, but I wanted to have a picnic with you at my favorite little spot on the estate. Do you remember now? Good. I planned this out quite meticulously. Plus, the ground is finally dry. And, well, you haven't had breakfast anyway. And don't think I didn't hear that little grumble earlier. I have it all planned out. You go ahead and get ready. It'll be a little bit of a walk, so wear something comfortable, I'll head down to the kitchen and make sure everything's ready. And don't you start reading again. I know how you'll get all absorbed in the book. Huh? No way! Leave it here. Mr. Maxim would have a fit if you lost his book. Or got it dirty, or just ugh. Anyway, I'll meet you downstairs by the back door. In, let's say an hour or so? Alrighty. See you then. There you are. Perfectly on time and everything. You look quite nice and ready for a picnic. Oh, this is a different dress indeed. Auntie Cara made me get changed. No white clothing if you're going to be frolicking about in the woods. So, dark blue it is. This color does suit me, doesn't it? I'm quite pleased with this dress, honestly. I don't think I'm too keen on wearing light-colored clothing anyhow. They just don't look good on me. Well, that's rather nice of you to say. Anyway, would you mind carrying this sheet? No, I'm perfectly fine carrying the basket. I've got to get my arm strength up if I'm gonna be wielding a heavy sword. And besides that, the basket isn't really too heavy. Alright, come on, let's go. Yeah, the spring air is quite lovely, is it not? Uncle despises it a little since he tends to sneeze a whole ton during the season. But it's been a bit better though since it's been raining so much. I'm happy though that we're back to sunny weather. Perfect for our little picnic. Oh, yes. I'll be taking you to my favorite place on the estate. Well, we've grown so close over the last few months, and so I wanted to show you. Well, there's this lovely creek that runs through the backwoods. It's where the hunting grounds are, but worry not. We're not due for a hunt anytime soon. But in the afternoon, light from the setting sun filters through the trees and just hits the water and surrounding land in such a way I can't say it's anything but breathtaking. But you have to see it for yourself. The creek runs around the estate and is connected to a larger river that borders Elaysia. It's quite large. It runs all the way down from Mount Campy. You can't quite easily cross it, no. The rivers are often used for cargo transport down Pencos, but I wouldn't say there's much use of the river for ordinary folk. The rivers are so large they were once used as barriers for protection against the other gods for a time before they were all united. Which reminds me, You know, I've always wondered how you ended up here. Do you remember at all? How you ended up at the lake? That's near the front of the estate, and there's no way you could have made it across the river, unless there was help, but that means you must have come from the direction of either Atticus or the capital. Well, perhaps someday you will remember. But thank goodness Auntie and Uncle allowed you to stay here for such a long time, and as an esteemed guest as well. I hope that the past few months here have been pleasant for you. I'm very glad to have you around. Indeed, my cousins are rather fun and all, but I think I find you very, very interesting. Why? Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't had much chance to interact with anyone apart from the family. Though, I mean, I have occasional tea parties with the other ladies of the realm, but it's nowhere near as fun as when I'm with you. I feel relaxed with you, even if I am constantly worried about your well-being. Which, just to check in with you again, how are you feeling? I hope this isn't too far of a walk for you. It's only a little further before we reach the creek. Is that so? Alright then, that's good. I know the doctors have said that you've been healthy and good for a while now, but I can't help but be worried for your health. So, no aches or pains, right? Good. I'm very glad to hear that. I just want to check in every so often. I hope it doesn't annoy you. Well, of course I care. Why wouldn't I? You're being absolutely silly. I know that we haven't known each other for a long time or anything, but you're my friend and my guest, and I want you to be happy and healthy and just, living life the way you deserve to be. When we first found you, it was pretty evident you hadn't been living a happy life. You were so frail and worn out. But it's perfectly normal to care. Look at the rest of us here. My uncle, aunt, cousin, the staff, they absolutely adore you and want you to be happy. Just like me. You've got to believe me here. Hey, look, stick out your pinky for me? We're gonna make a promise, silly. Have you never done this before? Okay, here. Look, I will always do everything in my power to protect you. Now, even as a normal girl, and even when I am a knight, my loyalty is to you. First and foremost, I will stand by you. Pinky promise. Hey, are you okay? I didn't mean to upset you or anything. I mean it, from the bottom of my heart. You mean a whole lot to me, so trust me when I say that I'll protect you. I won't ever let anyone hurt you again. So come on. Give me your hand. You're okay. You'll be okay. I promise. Whenever I was scared or sad, my brother or my father would take my hand and give them a big squeeze so I would know that I wasn't alone and that they were with me. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm right here with you. I know these past few months have been a lot to adjust to, but I hope that with time, this will become normal for you. Just living carefree, studying, reading, eating, and being happy. Eventually. But We don't have to have the picnic anymore. We can turn back around, head home, and just spend some time in the library if you want to. It's no problem at all. You sure? You're perfectly okay with continuing. Alright. Well, just let me know how you feel, okay? We can turn back whenever you want. It'll probably only be a few more minutes of walking or so. Nothing big. The area around here gets a tad rocky, so watch your step, okay? Oh, actually, there's a small series of caves here. I can show you if you'd like. Yeah, brother and I explored this place from top to bottom when we first moved here, and I accidentally tumbled into the entrance. For a few moments, brother couldn't even find me. It's quite hidden away. Perhaps a little too hidden away. You could miss your step and just fall in, so don't do that. Just hold on, okay? It should be somewhere around here, actually. No, it wasn't very long at all. Probably as long as, well, the residence is from one end to another. It's not horrifyingly deep either, but there's a very small pool of water at the end of it. But after this little area, we should see a little bit of clearing, and then you'll be able to see the creek running right across. Oh? Well, if you wanted to see the larger river, you'd have to wade across the creek, which isn't very easy. And then you'd have to walk for a while over some farmland. But no one ever does that. There's a route that's taken around to the front of the estate. Well, I've lived here for at least 5 or 6 years now, so I know this place pretty top to bottom. I've been following my father's advice. He always told me to learn my surroundings properly. So every weekend I spend a little bit of time out here. When it's not hunting season, of course. I do talk about him quite often, don't I? I simply have many fond memories of him, is all. He taught me everything that he could before he passed. And despite being a wonderful teacher, probably wasn't enough. You can certainly teach people skills, but unless they're using them, it's kind of useless. I don't have enough experience yet, but I've certainly tried my best to do little things here and there to improve my hunting skills. You probably find this really boring to listen to. I apologize. Here's something more interesting, though. This is the cave I was talking about. See, you wouldn't have seen it if I didn't point it out. Yeah, it's quite dark indeed. A bit of fire does the trick usually. We left a torch in here so we could light it later. We can explore sometime later if you'd like. Maybe next week? Yeah, that could be fun. Okay, well, let's get a move on though. We're nearly there now. It was a tiny bit out of the way, but it wasn't too bad, I don't think. The hunting grounds are quite large, aren't they? We haven't even walked the length of it. But I honestly don't mind the giant estate too. It's kind of cool. No, there shouldn't be anyone out here. The groundskeeper, I think you should have met him, Mr. Gray. He usually sweeps through twice a day just to make sure it's all in order and that the border's secure. But otherwise, there shouldn't be anyone else out here. Oh, the border is protected by Elaysia's blessing. None can pass through beyond the river unless they are also of blood or with a sigil of permission. Or, I suppose, if they're talented enough with magic. Most of the people that are living within the farmlands have been given a sigil. But, hey, look, here we are. Isn't it just the loveliest thing? It's simply so peaceful here. Wasn't it worth it for this view alone? Come help me set down the sheets. Thanks. So, I brought some sandwiches for lunch, and I have some tea, too. I hope this will be alright. There's a few biscuits and whatnot as well. Oh? Um, no, it wasn't Wes. And, well, it's a bit of a secret, but Wes has been teaching me how to make food. I know that this is all quite simple, but hopefully it tastes really good. I wasn't good at all in the beginning, but I've become so much better. Serenity tends to make fun of me because I used to be so bad. I couldn't even cook scrambled eggs or an omelet properly. Nowadays, I'm not so bad, though. It'll be a good skill to have. Cooking will be pretty useful at some point, I bet. There's a whole load of things I've got to learn before I set off. Oh, in about 2 years. But Auntie is quite opposed to me leaving at all. But I simply don't see any other path for me to take. It's the only one that makes sense to me. But, I mean, I still have time to change my mind if I want to, but I don't think that'll be happening. And now with my debut coming up, the clock's ticking down for me. I'll be another year older. That does remind me. My brother sent a letter a few days ago, and he's gonna try and attend my debut if he can find some time. He had his official debut at the age of 16 too, so I'll be following suit. Lord, that was years ago though. Hoping I'll have some familiar faces there. No, I don't seem particularly excited for it, do I? It'll certainly be a new experience, if nothing else. I know Auntie has been absolutely over the moon about it, and I've been taking so many lessons from etiquette to dancing. I think I'd be fit to be a princess consort by the time this is all over. Ugh, my feet are absolutely sore all the time. We've got more dance lessons tomorrow, but thank goodness you'll be my partner for most of the dance. You're quite good at it. They always praise how powerful and graceful your movements are, while I'm an absolute mess. Oh, you're being far, far too kind. My skills are an absolute disgrace. But I'll get there, hopefully, in 2 months or so. If I put effort into it, I'll eventually get some of it, at least. You're right. I'll have to be quick on my feet on the battlefield, so I'll need to master the skill of dance. Maybe. Perhaps. Huh? Wait, what? Here? Right now? But we just walked for ages. Are you sure? Your legs are fine? Okay. A little more practice wouldn't hurt. Since you'll be a partner for the majority of dances anyhow. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Hand there. And here. It is a tad difficult to talk while dancing, really. Well, I'm sure my aunt intends to make my debut one that will showcase my beauty, as she calls it, to the available bachelors of the realm. No, I have no intention of marriage till I am, well into my career. At some point, I'm sure she'll point Lord Flectere of O'Keegan to dance with me. His father's looking for a suitable match, and I happen to be one of the right pedigree and age. Ugh, it honestly makes me a tad nauseous, if nothing else. If I could, I would just dance with you all night. Oh? Is that so? Well, I see. I, I think it would be much more enjoyable if you didn't let me out of your sight. I wouldn't want to disappoint Greater Lord Flectere, but I suppose I might just have to. Besides, who else is such a skilled dancer? Certainly, Lord Flectere has nowhere near your talent for this art. You're so silly. Can you imagine a conversation with him? Ugh, dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I might rather stay quiet, honestly. Oh, greetings, my lord. Indeed, it is my greatest pleasure to dance with such a dignified gentleman. Oh, certainly not. There is not an ounce of sarcasm at all, my lord. Wait, I don't think this is part of the dance. Wait, let me down. I doubt this would be allowed, my lord. What would people think about us? No, I suppose I wouldn't care much either. Book boy? I think you can let me down now. Maybe. Thanks. Did you have fun? Me too. I can't wait to actually dance with you. Although you might have to avoid picking me up and spinning me around. But I did like that part, though. Did you feel that? Oh, God, it's raining again? How? There wasn't a cloud in the sky. Come on, let's seek some shelter. It smells like a storm. Huh? No, it seemed like perfectly good weather a minute ago. How did that even happen? Hurry! We'll get soaked. Let's go to the cave. We can wait out the storm for a little bit. Here, come on. I am out of breath. Well, looks like my dress is very heavy and full of water. Ugh, Auntie is not gonna appreciate that. Well, are you alright? I'm glad we both got in here before it became way too heavy. I wonder how the storm even rolled in on us like that. Weird. I didn't even sense it coming. No, I mean, I'm a little cold, but I'll be fine. Let me just, light this torch. Okay. Hold on. Just a little bit of power this time, Eara. Just need a bit of a spark. Phew. Good. I got that under control now, at least. Huh? Oh, it is blue. A bit weird, isn't it? I don't really know why the flames are like that, but, come a little closer. You can warm up a tiny bit. Yeah, feels good. hopefully, the storm won't last for too long. No. I'll be fine. It's no problem. A little bit of rain won't do anything to me. Do you feel okay? That's good. No, it's not the cold. I just feel a little uneasy. Something doesn't feel right. Like the air is unbalanced. I'm not sure. Hold. Do you hear that? Footsteps. No. There's no way it's the groundskeeper. It's not Tom. Let me extinguish this. Something's not right. Down against the wall. Now. They're coming closer. I think they're gone. I think I'm gonna be sick. Sorry, I must seem rather pathetic right now. Are you okay? You're shaking too. Yeah, we're here together. I'm here. You're right here. I think they've moved past. No, I have no idea. I've never felt such a presence before. It's giving me the shivers a little. Maybe I'm just cold, though. Maybe whoever that was caused the rain. It was so sudden and unnatural. Do you recognize it? Is this feeling familiar to you? No. Are you sure? You just... Okay. Alright. I just think that we should wait out the rain. They may have been using it as cover while they traveled. It reminded me a little of something. When I was little and Eaya had just moved into our home, someone came looking for her. But instead of a simple rainstorm, they burnt the forest instead. Dark clouds rolled in and a sudden strike and fire. It's probably not the same person, but it's eerily reminiscent of it. If it is the same person, same type of magic, the rain might go away any second now. I've got to tell Uncle once we make it back home. Hey. Hi, Mom. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I just wanted to spend a nice afternoon with one another. I'm sorry. You could have been hurt again. I know. I couldn't have predicted it, but I feel a little guilty, nonetheless. But as long as you're okay. We'll both be okay. We have much more to do, the both of us. I think the rain is stopping. We might be able to move now. Let's hurry back. I've had enough of this. Book boy. Good. I caught you before bed. Are you doing okay now? That's good. I think I'm still a little shaken up by everything, but I'll be okay. Don't worry. I can tell that you're absolutely shattered. You should go to bed. Oh, right. I told Uncle about everything, and he sent a few guards to look. It seems that someone breached the barrier whilst he was having guests over, but he says it was probably their guards roaming the area, but I don't really buy it. No. But I don't really have anything else to go off, and Uncle said he would keep looking into it for us. Honestly, he seemed a little disturbed by it himself. He said we should be okay, but he wants us to stay inside for a few days to make sure absolutely everything is secure. Yeah. It'll be fine. I hope. Anyway, thanks for calming me down out there. I really appreciated it. Yeah, we can protect each other. You're right here. And I'm right here. Right here with you. Well, I hope you sleep well tonight. I'll see you in the morning. I'll knock if I need you. You knock as well, alright? I'll be going now. Sweet dreams.